A painting lost, found, then lost and found again, only to be called a fake and tossed behind a door? What's the history of the multi-million-dollar painting that one lucky Antiques Roadshow attendee found? You never really know what you're going to get when you bring in your family heirloom or thrift store find to Antiques Roadshow. It's not a secret that most people make the trip to the show because they secretly think they have something so valuable it'll change their life. That's not often the case, but once in a while, dreams come true. In 2012, Antiques Roadshow visited Corpus Christi, Texas, where a man brought an oil painting that had been in his family for more than 80 years. His great-grandparents had bought the painting around 1930, most likely in Mexico. It was a depiction of a serious man looking straight at the viewer, wearing a poncho and sombrero-style hat, holding a long tool of some sort, and standing by a small bucket or pail. The painting's owner told the appraiser, Colleen Fesco, that the painting had been hanging behind a door in his house.
Behind a door?
Behind a door in the house. If that door was open, then you couldn't see the painting.
The painting turned out to be El Albañil, or the Bricklayer, an early work of renowned Latin American artist Diego Rivera, who had been just 18 when he painted the piece. Fesco said that there were only 3 or 4 of Rivera's paintings from that early time period, and that one of the things that made the piece so interesting is that it foreshadowed his future technique and what would become the subject of so many of his portraits and murals, the workers of Mexico. Most interestingly, Fesco said that El Albañil was listed in the Mexican city records as missing after 1930, presumably when the man's great-grandparents purchased it. In 1996, El Albañil would briefly resurface to the public when it was authenticated and exhibited. The San Antonio Museum of Art said that someone brought the painting to Marion Ettinger, the museum's curator, who told Ettinger that his family had acquired it in the 1940s, and at the time an expert had told them it was a fake due to Rivera's signature. But as Fesco noted, it was different because Rivera had been so young and hadn't yet formalized his signature. Also, when the expert had seen the painting, it was badly damaged with a big gash in the canvas. By coincidence, Ettinger had apparently received a book about Diego Rivera's early works around the same time she was introduced to El Albañil. Ettinger immediately recognized on another painting in that book the unusual signature he'd seen. Then, in 1997, an expert on Rivera's paintings was able to authenticate El Albañil and ensure it got a proper restoration, before it went on to a starring role in 1998 at the Nelson A. Rockefeller Center for Latin American Art at the San Antonio Museum. That seems to be the last that the whereabouts of El Albañil were known, as after that, it somehow ended up behind a door. In 2012, the painting resurfaced on Antiques Roadshow, where Fesco confirmed that the restoration had been excellent. Because it was by a major artist, was an important piece of history, and it was also pretty nice. She called it a trifecta.
Trifectas usually pay pretty well. I would be putting a retail estimate on the piece of between $800,000 and $1 million.
Seriously?
It was the most expensive appraisal of a painting ever on Antiques Roadshow, and in 2018, an updated appraisal put the retail value even higher at up to $2.2 million.
Unbelievable. I did not expect that. I'm astounded. I really don't know what to say.
In a follow-up interview on Twin Cities PBS, the owner was asked what he was planning to do with the painting now that he knew its history, significance, and value.
Now I'm really scared to carry it around at this point,
He also stated that because of the painting's importance, he thought that it should go to a museum for everyone to see. And so it went on permanent loan back to the San Antonio Museum of Art. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more grunge videos about rare art and antiques are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.